thrilled to have you here this afternoon. I just want to take a quick minute to acknowledge that the exhibition, Arthur Mitchell's Harlem's Ballet Trailblazer, is made possible in part with the support of the Gladys Kriebel-Delmas Foundation. And that the Stellar exhibition, which if you haven't already seen it, you're going to have many more opportunities to do that. It's on view until March the 11th, is really a phenomenal way to learn more about, well, the incredible Arthur Mitchell. I think his biography doesn't really need to be told, and it's kind of awkward with him standing here. But Arthur Mitchell, he rose through the ranks of New York City Ballet to become in the company the first African-American principal ballet dancer. And it's his incredible vision for a more just world through dance that led him to found the Dance Theater of Harlem. And this afternoon, he's joining us, and he also has with him a special guest, Baba Dean Eaton, who is a teacher at the Harlem School of the Arts, and a longtime friend and associate. I'm going to turn it over to them in a minute, but I just want to say that it is an incredible privilege for the university, for the gallery, for all of us to be able to share this moment with Arthur Mitchell. Arthur Mitchell's commitment to pushing for change resonates today. And use this for a moment to think about what is the change that we want in this world? And what is it that each of us can do? I think that's one of the great lessons that Mr. Mitchell continues to teach all of us. And it's a story that keeps on going. You can hear I'm getting a little choked up, because who wouldn't? It's the incredible Arthur Mitchell. So I'm going to stop now, but give it up for him again.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I'd like to introduce who's going to partner with me today. Donald Eaton was really Baba Don, and he's a master drummer. He started at Dance Theater of Harlem when he was 12 years old. And so he's going to do wonderful things with the drums and explain to you what's going on. But first, we're going to show you a film that I did in Brazil. The United States government asked me to go to Brazil to formulate the first national Brazilian ballet company. And while I was there, they were all classically trained. And I said, but why don't you do something about your culture? The Yoruba tribe in Brazil is really one of the best remaining places of that African tribe. And so I said, why don't you do something in recognition of that? So I put together this ballet called Rhythmatron, and it's a made-up word of rhythm and meter. And I said, let's take the idea of an African ritual and put it on point. Mix the two styles together. And so Rhythmatron came out, and it was so complicated to play, we couldn't find trained musicians to do it. So we went into the favelas, and we got the drummers there to play the rhythms, and that's how we put the score together. But that's enough about that. We're going to show you the film, and then later on, Baba Don is show you different rhythms. Then I want all of you to participate. Open your coat up, my dear. It's going to be too warm. Right. The coat and the fur. Yeah, open it up. Because then you'll go outside. It's going to be ultra cold. And the adults do the same thing. But anyway, so we'll start the film. Then after we'll have a Q&A and talk some things with you. Thank you.
The video, we have the bongos. I'll do a brief run through. We have the bongos you heard. I also bought me a berimbau. This is from Bahia and from Brazil. We have also the bells, the go-go bells. So I can stay here all day and do this, and I don't need time to do other things. But I'm going to give a demonstration of the go-go bell. And I'm going to have two groups of people, maybe three groups of people join me in. So I'm going to give 1, 2, 3. You got it? All right. So group 1. That's your part. You gotta clap it out. Now, 1, 2, 3. Rest. All right. The second group. Keep going. And I'll help you out.
But you can see how it all builds one thing on top of the other, and you add it together, then you have your whole orchestra, and then you add the different instruments. But the drums, it all really comes basically from Africa, and it's gone around the world, and you find people have adopted it to their country to give another rhythm. Now, I'd like to open the floor for a couple of questions. And is there something you would like to ask?
Haley, how and when were you trained in ballet?
How and when was I trained in ballet?
Yes. No one.
I went to the High School of Performing Arts, and I started really as a tap dancer. Then I went into modern dance, and I won a scholarship to the School of American Ballet. And that's where I started studying to be a classical ballet dancer. And I fell in love with the technique. I fell in love with the discipline and the focus. So I said, that's what I want to do. And at that time, now we're talking about 50, 60 years ago, and there was a lot of racism. And the fact that a black man from Harlem wanted to do classical ballet shocked the world, just shocked everybody. Then to say I'm coming to Harlem and starting a school and starting a black ballet company, people said, oh no, 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 no. I said, why not? Why not? I said, it's inherent to us. Like you're sitting there very elegant and pulled up. You look very classic. And I told my dancers, don't be classical, because that's an affectation. Be classic, and then you're unique.
My name is David Johnson. I'd like for you to follow up on what you were saying. How would you assess the state of black male classical dancers today and the access that they have in terms of becoming principal dancers?
Well, the male dancer does all the pyrotechniques, and that's the strength of it. The woman dances on the points, so she looks light and effortless. But the male is what is the basis of it. And the technique is what makes the bravura, the double tours, the turns a la seconde, the many of the pirouettes. But the ballerina works very much for the line and the beauty of it. Like I said to you, you're sitting there looking very elegant and disdainful at me like a ballerina. That I understand. But it is the beauty of the body and the beauty of what it is that you can do. So no matter what style you start, you've got to have the classical training. That sets you apart. It makes you unique. And then you become classic. I like Bojangles, I like Fred Astaire, but I like Catherine Dunham. But the thing is, it's the pyrotechniques of it that fascinated me. And it's still the classic training that makes it unique. I've been to Russia, and it's amazing because they live the arts. The arts are an integral part of their lives. So once you are in the classics or a classical dancer, it's the epitome of what you can do as an adult. Now, we go for Beyonce and all, but even Beyonce studied dance and she studied ballet. It's the transference of that into a popular art form.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Veronica. How are you doing? Mr. Mitchell, I'm going to do my best not to get emotional. I just want to tell you thank you very much, because there was a lady named Miss Campbell who used to play the piano.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Campbell, yes.
I lived across the street in the project. She would take me along. I would sit by the piano and watch people practice. She would bring me to City Center. I would watch the company practice. And no, I'm not a ballerina. I did take classes. I still got a mean point.
But give them the little sweetheart. There you go.
Okay, I can still do that. It's plus size, but I can do that. But I just want to tell you thank you so much for staying in Harlem and just teaching all of us a good thing. Okay?
I was born on 113th Street, so I am Harlem.
Hello, my name is Adam.
Speak up, Adam.
Hello, my name is Adam, and
Don't talk up. Don't be shy now. You up there.
hello, my name is Adam, and what encouraged you to fight past the racism in you, a black male, dancing for a classical ballet piece or ballet?
Well,
general?
you know, as I told you, when I was young, going to auditions, and I wouldn't get the job because I knew I was better than the other guys, but they just weren't hiring black dancers. And to do television was a no-no. And I said to myself, what can I do that will make me so good they'll have to use me? And I was too poor to go to a psychiatrist. So I had to psych myself out. I said, now Mitchell, get this stuff together. And so I said, if I get that classical technique and put it with what I know, I'll be unique. And that's what happened. Then George Balanchine offered me a scholarship to come to New York City Ballet.
And then also, do you feel like you're passing on your legacy still of how to dance?
Yeah, that's why I'm doing this here this morning on this cold Saturday. I'm hoping that a young man like you will say, you know, if Arthur Mitchell did it, why can't I? So get your education and your technique, and that'll make you pass. And I'm starting a Harlem initiative where I'll do interactions with the Studio Museum of Harlem, the Schomburg, the acting company at City College, and Performing Arts Library. Then I'm going to do a tour of the historical black colleges so that they will then make dance a major, not a minor. So that when you go to college, you can get a degree as an artist. Now, I was born on 113th Street, Lenox Avenue. I'm 83 years old. Now, I have this cane. That's because I had an operation on my hip. But I will fight anybody about anything. No, but it's giving you the technique with which to become the best whatever you want to do. If you're going to talk, learn voice and diction. All of you young ladies should study a musical instrument. Piano, violin, drums. Make the music part of your life. A person that does not have the arts in their life is living in a desert. The arts ignite the mind. They give you the possibility to dream and to hope. And that's what all of you need now. Technology abounds. It's very, very difficult. But as an artist, it sets you apart from everybody else. What message would I give to young people? Become the best that you can. Study your education and get your technique. Whether it's going to be in jazz, tap, modern, but you're going to have to talk. My dancers, I said, look, speak up, speak proudly of who and what you are. Being shy isn't going to happen. So nothing's going to happen. Speak up. Study music, piano, violin. Learn to make the music and the arts part of your life. When you walk down the street, walk with pride. You are an artist. Don't shrunk down. Walk with pride. And mark my words. If you do what I say, a year from now, you'll say, you know, I've become very popular on my block. All the guys are after me because I stand up. I present myself. Anyone that is successful presents themselves. If you don't present yourself, who's going to do it? You know? So, but we've got to cut now. But anyway, thank you for coming.